seems heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Church, Thursday morning. Hope you're having a good week so far. We are going to be looking at James chapter 1, 4 verses, I think, verses 12 through 15. Lot to be said, so we're going to get moving on that in just a second. But let's say hi. I see Vivian Davis. Good morning. Chuck B. Good morning, family. Pat down at Firmly Rooted Greendale. Good morning. I'm out there on X. Maureen Ponoworski, great to have you on board. Good morning. Ken Gooch, good morning, brothers and sisters in arms. Karen Thompson, good morning. Sarah and Emma. Emma is growing too fast. Would you talk to her a little bit? Like, she just cannot be growing this fast. And by the way, Emma, I love you. My sister Trish, good morning. Alice, good morning. Kimberly Jackson, good morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Leslie Bremer, good morning. And Dr. Colleen, and quite a few other people are out there. Great to have you. Let me get to the text so I can get moving on this. There's some stuff I really want to talk about. And so let me pull this up. Blessed is the man, blessed is the person who remains steadfast, rooted in God's unconditional love and his eternal truth, no matter what your eyes see, what your sinful mind is thinking, what your fears or anxieties are. Blessed is the person who remains steadfast under trial. I don't understand why we get surprised when we go through suffering and pain. It is a natural byproduct of sin. And secondly, we still live in a broken, sinful world. I think sometimes Christians think that now that I believe in Jesus, I shouldn't go through any trials or troubles. We will. And that's why we need one another to walk each other home so we can help get each other through these times, because Satan likes isolation, which we're going to get to in just a second. For when he has stood the test, they'll receive the crown of life. You see, eternal destiny is always in the brink of things. And Satan will use the trials and tribulations of our lives to try to eject us out of faith, knock us off the path. Hence, we got to walk each other home. We got to support one another. We got to be honest about the trials we're going through with fellow believers. That's why we should have life groups and Bible studies and these devotions. That's why Firmly Rooted does what we do. All the energy that we put on this side of things is so that we can try to get through these trials steadfastly, because we want that crown of life. We don't want to get knocked off our eternal destiny. Receive the crown of life which God has promised to those who love him. And we do. We do love him, right? And he loves us. So we keep running back to him. Now listen, let no one say when he is tempted. When he is tempted. We are going to be tempted. We are going to be tempted. It's going to keep happening. As long as we're living on this earth, he wants to kill, steal, and destroy. When someone's tempted, let no one say, I'm being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one. Explanation point, if you're being tempted, it's your sinful nature, it's this broken, sinful world, and it's Satan behind all of it, because he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Now listen, but each person is tempted when he or she is lured. Sounds like fishing, doesn't it? It sounds like baiting a trap. He sets out something that we want, that we need. He tells us God's not giving it to us, so we better do it ourselves. When we are lured and enticed by our own desires, that's sinful nature. That's not new nature. We're asking God to fix something, but he's not doing it. So then all of a sudden our sinful nature says, take care of it yourself. God's not answering you. Do it this way. And when that desire has conceived, when that desire gets conceived, when all of a sudden I'm rooted in what has lured me more than I'm rooted in God's unconditional love and his eternal truth, when I'm eating that fruit and biting the lie, it gives birth to sin. Notice what he said. In a sense, what he is saying is what I've been saying all along. Sin is not doing bad things. Sin is love breaking. When love breaks and we start listening to lies rather than God, that gives birth to an action. It's going to give birth to some type of an action, sin. And sin, when it is fully grown, brings death. Why? Because a thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Now, let me use an analogy that I've told everybody a long, long time ago. I have a friend that I worked with. His name is Brian Donikowski. He's an avid hunter. And if I remember right, he has a brother that actually works for the DNR. And I was talking to Brian about how back when people were talking about that there were coyote sightings and they were getting closer and closer to suburban areas and home areas and threats on animals and dogs and those kinds of things. But now listen, he said to me, without any spiritual context, this is how coyotes work. One coyote will go into a backyard and start playing, just like Momo and Maisie go outside and play, wrestle, sniff each other. But what the coyote does is lure that dog into playing. Then gradually lures that dog away from the house, away, not knowing that around the perimeter are a bunch of other coyotes that are just waiting. And once you've got that dog in the center of all of that, they all come in and kill the dog. Notice the lure was play. Satan will offer whatever your sinful nature wants. Whatever that thing is that you think God's not giving you, so you got a right to get it yourself. And he lures, just like a coyote. And as soon as we're playing and playing and playing, before you know it, we don't realize how far away we've gotten from God and from our new nature, away from truth and his love. He kills. He brings forth death. Tell me that hasn't happened in your life. I know it's happened in mine. We got to understand his playbook. We got to understand how he works so that we can avoid the luring. Is that making sense? We got to see that Satan doesn't do anything new. He's not creative. He is not thinking of new things because he can't. He does one thing. He lies. And our sinful nature will begin this by the lie. Well, because the truth's not getting us anywhere. I prayed. I'm trying. And so now we slide and we're lured into trying to do it a different way. And we're lured and we're lured and we're lured until all of a sudden, poof, because he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The ultimate answer, it doesn't matter if God's not answering you in the time frame that you want. You still sit and wait. We still sit and wait in love, in truth, even when God's not making any sense. And we sit and we wait because the other alternative is yucky. Amen? All right. I'll leave it at that. Much to be said on that text, man. There's so much in the book of James. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.